big like LeBron. Max backtesting like a daddy Mac. Dan's 30 years got our way, trading life and markets every day. Rusty's chained to the mines, digging deep day by day. But when Option Omega releases new features, he's free to come out and play option. Omega, you're trading home, where every move makes you feel less alone.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Good
How
morning.
you doing?
Good morning. I'm thinking when I see Matt with the hat backwards, this is baseball.
Listen.
I mean, tonight is pivotal game in the. I tell you, of all the playoffs, I like this 3-game format.
Oh, who's playing? I don't.
Well, you got
I'm sorry, I
two.
don't know.
I got all this information from Panera Bread today. You've got Cleveland.
Perfect.
Cleveland's 1-1, whoever they're playing, so they're the rubber match tonight, and then the Cubbies, who only get in the playoffs once every 2 or 3 decades. They're in tonight against San Diego. The winner moves on to the next round. So that would be, and just be careful now. If they lose or win, there could be, this could pump up
Trouble.
the rioting in the streets. This is Chicago,
Oh yeah.
Oh man.
Tonight.
Looks like my Cardinals had a terrible year. First time I've looked at the baseball standings.
Are you
October
serious? It's the
2nd.
first time.
It's about time. It's about time. Yeah, the backwards hat. We're bad at marketing. I'm testing out the algorithm. I'm thinking I haven't worn a baseball hat in about 20 years.
Yeah.
And this is my son's, and I stole it because I was making a YouTube video and my hair looked bad, so I stole it. So I'm trying it. I'm going to test this and see if the algorithm will boost us with the hat. Maybe I think that Troy, is that what we're missing, is a hat?
Well, I'll say this. I mean, we were missing hair besides Dan.
Wow.
So
Well, that's
myself,
the thing.
yeah.
It helps. I mean, it covers it up.
Man,
Well,
what do you think about a stocking over the face?
Yes.
Like
that could be what we're actually. If maybe I've thought about wearing a Batman mask, and maybe that would maybe like Batman talks options. That might be the algorithm might like that.
I don't know what the audience wants.
So I don't know. Chat, weigh in.
audience.
Smash that subscribe button. Weigh in.
Now, Chad, if you want to weigh in, like first off, like and smash that, just absolutely destroy that smashing thing. I'll show you guys a hat that'll blow your mind in a second when you guys get talking. But yeah, one of the coolest hats. Shout out my grandpa. Rest in peace.
Listen, we missed a piece of news the other day speaking of the chat, and they're already going this morning. Good morning, chat. Somebody posted something and it was not commented on properly. And that is Portillo's is opening a location, a far south location in Georgia, in Kennesaw. Of course, you guys know what Kennesaw is famous for, right? The Civil War battle.
What is it?
Large Civil War. Yes.
Oh, Civil War. Okay.
Civil War battle. And maybe now a Portillo's.
Talk more about that. I'll show you. I'll be right back.
Yeah. Well, do you want to hear? I mean, do you want, like, that was our Civil War fact of the day. Do you want another Civil War fact, Troy? Or I don't know where Troy went. This is like
get that hat, but maybe
he might be going to get a hat to tease people. I don't think we actually have optional mega hats. We have some T-shirts that are adult larges, I think, and that's it. And this isn't an OO hat. Yeah,
but I'll just say one thing.
Maybe we need some.
One real quick on Georgia, because we're talking about Portillo's. I went there one time, and they have their famous one near Georgia Tech is called whatever it's called, Big Hot Dog Place. And you go in there, and in the South, they're big on like cheese or chili on the hot dog, which is not a Chicago thing.
Right.
So
chili cheese dogs.
That's what I'm saying. So I don't know if Georgia can handle just Portillo's is straight up. It's like a salad on a piece of sausage, right? You get mustard, tomato, relish, no ketchup.
I grew up with chili cheese dogs were kind of the thing where I grew up too. Like, I mean, not like we were famous for them. I grew up outside of St. Louis and we were famous for the Italian toasted ravioli, the hill, all that. But I mean, chili cheese dogs were a thing. So that's interesting, but you're right. It's not a Chicago dog.
It seems, I mean, with all respect, it seems gross to me.
The Varsity. It's called the Varsity. Multiple people commented.
Okay, Varsity. I mean, I went in there. It's huge. It's near Georgia Tech, right? Okay. And it's like, I couldn't believe how busy this place was. But it's like, do you want chili? I'm like, don't insult me. No, I don't want chili on my hot dog or ketchup, you know? But yeah, everybody has different ways of skinning the cat there.
What maybe the algorithm really wants is on-site OO shows on-site from famous food establishments.
Yeah.
An OO show in the back room at Portillo's. Could you imagine?
The bathroom from Portillo.
No, I said back room, but yeah,
back room. Okay, bathroom.
A different kind of algorithm, possibly.
Yeah.
We'd have to do it in the afternoon, but like our Portillo's here, because I have one 2 miles from my house. Our Portillo
2 miles. Oh my goodness.
Oh, and I got something new the other day on it. But there is a back room. We could do like an afternoon Fed watching live OO show from Portillo's. And I love chili cheese dogs as well.
I love that. I mean, Matt, what's your go-to when you go to Portillo's?
I get the bowl. I get the bowl with both Italian beef and sausage. And this time, instead of getting sweet peppers and hot peppers, which is pretty expensive, I got just the hot peppers and I got cheese on it. And I liked it better, actually. It was better.
So no bread, no the Italian Ganella or Vienna.
No, just 1,000 carbs of saturated, 1,000 grams, 1,000 calories of saturated fat.
Just in the bun, just in the French bread?
No. I'm saying what I got was 1,000 calories.
Oh, without the bread.
Yeah, right.
Oh my good. So with the bread, if you get a combo at Portillo's, you're talking 2,000.
Oh yeah. If you do if I was my son's age and could eat whatever, I'd get the biggest Italian beef sandwich with extra meat, extra peppers, large Diet Coke, obviously, keep the calories down from 3,000 to 2,000.
Psychologically good.
And then the large chili cheese fries. But listen, the chat is really big on this Varsity place. So we might have to check it out.
You've never been. I mean, Varsity.
Never been.
I was impressed. I mean, I bet you. I was just thinking how much business they must do on a day. I mean, this is like 8. Matt, picture like you go to Portillo's. 1 cash register, maybe 2. I believe they had 8 going when I was there at a hot dog. I mean, 8.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, they crank it out.
Love it.
Troy, did you find the hat?
My son stole my hat and he's in.
Is it an optional mega hat?
No.
Troy, people want optional mega hats. I mean,
okay.
People do.
All right. Well, Christmas is coming up. You guys are good boys and girls.
I mean, maybe we should do more. We have done in the past giveaways for like shirts and maybe end of the year this year, we should do a more formal giveaway. So,
I love that.
I don't know.
I love that. I will say, I'm going to go ahead and put my hot dog name in the ring here.
Okay. Costco.
Well, Costco's a go-to. Yeah, I mean,
Costco. Why not? I mean,
perfect lunch. It's a perfect lunch.
And they make their own, right? They make their own.
No, it's a Nathan's, isn't it? I think. Oh, you might be right, Dan. I don't know. This is going to be.
I thought they had their own plant. Maybe I'm wrong on that.
Chicken. I can go big on the industrial chicken thing, but that's another show too. But they bought their own chicken plant because of the rotisserie chicken. Yeah.
Yeah, they make their own hot dogs, which is how they keep the price down.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Yes. So do they? Okay, we're gonna have to research this, guys.
So I'll say this: I'm gonna put my name in the hot dog ring, because the experience can change the taste of a hot dog. Wiener Circle, Chicago.
I have never been there. Tell me about it. I've never been there.
Their thing is you go to the Wiener Circle to order a hot dog, and they scream at you and tell you you're a terrible person.
And you pay for it.
And you pay for it as part of the experience.
You pay them for that experience.
Yeah, you pay for the experience.
Yeah.
Sorry, we have dogs that are sick in the house too. Everything's going wrong with this house right now. Can't find hats. Dogs throwing up. Anyway, so.
Well, the chat loves the food talk, so this is going to transition to a food show with occasional options content.
We'll do a review one day. Yeah.
As always, any of the brands we mentioned, if you want to sponsor the OO show,
Portillo's
we'll take payment in hot dogs.
Yeah,
obviously.
Yeah, for sure. So listen, one more thing about hot dogs, real quick. The chili dog is its own thing. I had never had a Chicago dog. There is just something about that's like the relish that looks like the Joker made it. There's something that hits different about that. Some people, I don't get it with the relish. That just doesn't, but that's pretty standard. And it's so, especially if you go to the ballpark, it is so green. Wouldn't you say? I mean, you're right. There's just it's insanely green.
It's insanely green. I don't know if that's good or bad.
It's clearly not natural relish.
No, the way I look at it. That's fair to say.
A green like that does not exist in nature.
But I've heard people say, Troy, like getting hot dogs. Yeah, it's like I'm having a salad, because I've got this piece of sausage and they put the tomatoes and the lettuce. So psychologically, you feel like you're having something very healthy, even when you're not. But it's Troy, let me see Troy or Matt real quick. Can you tell me the ingredients that would go on a Chicago hot dog? The normal ingredients.
Onion.
Yes.
Mustard.
Green relish.
Yes. Mustard, green relish.
And ketchup.
Oh, see right there.
Is it ketchup? No.
Right there is like
such an Indianapolis thing.
It's like
such
saying,
an Indianapolis.
You know what you just said, man? It's like saying Tennessee orange is like Clemson's. I mean, those are fighting words. I mean,
so
unless you're under 12, if you're under 12 or 11, you can do the ketchup, but it's the ketchup, mustard, sport peppers on there. Now, there's a place called Super Dog in Chicago that'll put lettuce, tomato. Some will put tomato on it, but mustard is that lathered mustard on there.
Do they have a special bun too? From what I remember, sometimes the bun has like
they have little sesames on it.
Yeah.
Rob gave the right answer. The thing that really differentiates it is celery salt.
Oh, so I'm sorry, I forgot that. Yeah, thank you, Rob.
Celery salt,
like Lowry. Is that Lowry's kind of like seasoned salt?
Yeah, I mean Rob, how would you would it be like Lowry's seasoning? So I mean, it's good. I mean, it really helps.
Poppy seed bun. That's what I was.
Poppy seed.
That's what I was trying to visualize here.
Steamed gently. You steam the bun. It is good. I mean, you could crank out 2 or 3 of those easy.
And again, you order it while people are calling you a cracker.
I love that.
It was a unique experience.
Oh my goodness.
They're nicer during the day. It's a normal shop during the day, but that's their big thing at night is you go and there's a long line and people just are in there and they're just screaming obscenities at you. So you're looking at
you want to give them business. Yeah.
What is this place called?
It's called Wiener Circle. It's a famous place in Chicago, Dan. I would imagine it is.
I don't know why. I mean, there's so many in Chicago. Every neighborhood has a just like every 3-4 blocks has a decent pizza place in Chicago. Every 3-4 blocks has a saloon or a bar or whatever. Every 3-4 blocks has a hot dog, a little unique hot dog thing, which is, the standards.
Oh my goodness. I just went to the Wiener Circle website, and I think if we showed this, they would put a warning label on our video.
Yeah. I heard what's funny is Conan did a segment at the Wiener Circle.
Yeah,
did he really?
That's what came up when I Googled it.
With Triumph the Insult Comic Dog. And then we went to a conference a couple years ago, and some friends of mine, we went there at night, and then I was watching the Cancel Crash documentary by Taste Your Trade one day, and Sosnoff was talking about what he did after the 87 crash, like the night of the crash. Like he said he just walked around Chicago and he went to the Wiener Circle.
For peace.
I thought,
that's right.
amazing.
Couldn't get enough
Amazing.
abuse during the day. Had to.
Amazing. That's a guy who's built different right there.
Oh my
So
goodness.
anyway,
Well, listen, this was a world-class first 15 minutes of food. We got a world-class number of back tests we're going to show on this show too, aren't we?
yeah, and let me go ahead and
That's called the hard pivot.
It's a hard pivot, but let me just go ahead and make it an even harder pivot, because one of the things I will go ahead and say is that the best breakfast in the world that no one ever talks about, crab cake Benedict. Anyway, we're going to go now to tests. I'll leave that mystery there. Crab cake Benedict. You go to Destin, you go somewhere seafood restaurant based.
Troy, you want me to? Sorry. Go ahead.
I can't stop, Matt.
I was going to ask if you wanted me to follow up on this Tuesday one first.
Well, so yes, follow up on the Tuesday, please, Matt.
All right. Well, I mean, this, let me see if I can successfully transition this in here. This doesn't happen all the time when you have
we got two drivers this morning.
Yeah, this might get a little, I'm not great at multitasking.
This is like the Beatles. This is like the Beatles first album.
Okay, hang on. Give me just one moment to get this up here, and we will show. Which one do I want to show? I think I want to show. Let's see. I've got so many windows open. I want to show this orb. I think. Is this the right orb? Yeah, it is. Here we go. So this orb, we showed it on Tuesday, and then it popped off, I think maybe yesterday. Let's see. It did. So yeah, it doesn't pop off all that often, but it would have popped off yesterday. So if anybody was orbing, drop a comment in the chat. But yeah, it looked like this is just a real simple. This is just like a fire and forget orb with no exits, but it would have gone on at 10:58, and let's check and see how that thing did. I mean, was down a little bit, but man, would have been a nice day. So if you're an orber, just hopefully you orbed yesterday. So that's all I had, Troy. I just sometimes these tests that don't go on all that often, like we talked about it and then it went on the next day. So
that's the one that we said is almost like for a good one. When Troy was showing on the graph, you're like long a call for a while.
Basically,
yeah. I mean, it just kills it.
Mark said he got 80% off. Mark, I mean, here's the thing. Our back tests are just ideas. I mean, we're not copy traders. So I'd be interested to hear what your orb is. This one looks like it went for about a 3x. It's on Tuesday's show if anybody wants it. Troy's got more orbs though, Troy.
Well, let's talk about it.
Continue.
Well, yesterday we looked at a newcomer who came in super strong. And Austin T gave us this trade. Now, I'm going to show you. This view might look a little different for people new to option Omega. I'll show you what it is in a second. Okay. That top one is Austin T's 100,000 low orb, I fly, mid morning, daily, 0 TT.
Wow, that is a mouthful of a title.
Basically, if you look at this, it's basically an iron fly that you're playing the range. Like you break out of the low, below the low of the first 30 minutes, and then your bet is that it's going to go back into the range for the day.
That is interesting. Here's what's interesting about both of these is they're both lows.
Yeah.
They're both low orbs. And here's the other thing that's interesting. Neither of these have an exit, which is interesting. A lot of these orb back tests, I traded the orb for a while manually. Ooh, that was one of the hardest things to manually try to mirror a back test is an orb, because you got to set a level, and then you got to make sure you're above the level, but only after the top of the minute. And like, it's just very dicey. I have to say, I am very grateful for the automation that just orbs the orb, and I don't have to. I mean, the execution of the manual orb was significantly more stressful. So in Austin T, you said the top one's Austin T. Okay.
Austin T. Now the bottom one is, I'm going to switch to its view.
And that's just a balance fly, right? The Austin T was just a 40 wide iron butterfly.
That's right. That's right.
Okay.
Yeah, this is Louis Schiff's low orb butterfly. Matt, can you describe what's happening in this trade?
Let's look. Let me big
And again,
screen this.
for those who think, well, why couldn't Matt think about, because I literally just showed him this trade. This is him watching it first time.
So, okay, so it's a low orb, and there's a couple of entry conditions, which are, and then there's no Wednesdays. It doesn't have a ton of trades, but then again, we don't have low orb breaks as frequently as high orb breaks. 138 trades since daily. Above a certain VIX level, no. I'm not sure why 27's in there rather than 25 or 30. Just interesting, maybe 27 splitting the difference. And it does require VIX to be a move up. So you want a little bit of juice at least going into the day. And then, so like, I'm just trying to build the thesis. So the thesis is, as long as VIX is not too high, as long as it's not Wednesday, if we had a move that causes VIX to go up overnight, and we have a low orb break,
I'll be right back. Keep going.
Yeah, between 10:30 and 12:15, you are doing a. Is this an unbalanced? Yeah, this is an unbalanced. So, the example at the bottom is probably the easiest to visualize this, and Troy can probably throw this thing, throw this thing in a model. But essentially, you're selling the short strikes a little bit above where you are, 15 points, and then buying one 10 points away from that, and then you have it longed off at the top 50 points away. So this is interesting because this is one of those trades that potentially can have a really big loser because it's unbalanced. And at the same time, it probably can go for either credit or debit, but is one of those trades where you can get a credit for it and potentially close with a credit, which is why there's a capture rate that's kind of crazy. I'm guessing that happens a decent amount. And it won 2 out of 3 times in the last 3 years. Like I said, not one that goes on every day. So
this would be from a Greek's point of view, you'd be obviously a broken wing butterfly, especially if you get a credit to the downside, no risk, right?
Right.
Upside could be, you could use the slogan possibly, Houston, we got a problem.
Yeah.
Right? Because it's so wide. What's the width? So the width, to get that credit, you've gone how wide? So you've gone maybe 60, 10 wide. No. The upside width is, what is that again?
So basically this is always a confusing way to do it, but I understand why it does it. But basically what you're doing is you're going out 15 points minus 10. So 64.46. What you're doing is you're selling the 64.60. So 15 points away.
Yeah.
You're selling 2 of them. You're going down 10 points below that, which is just really 5 points. So you're really basically buying a call.
Yeah.
Roughly 5 points up.
Yeah.
Selling 2, 15 points up. Buying one 50 points above that.
Yeah. And so it looks like, though, you're right, Dan, there's no downside risk, but it looks like it does go for a debit quite a bit. So this is one that you could possibly get a credit to enter and get a credit to close, but could also pay a debit to enter and pay a debit to close, depending on what vol is doing, which makes it super interesting and kind of surprising that it's won 2 out of 3 times. That's pretty interesting. But and essentially you've got what, 15 points. So the max winner is going to pin the short strike, which is going to be 15 points above wherever you put it on. And then let's say you would be you would have another 15 points before it would start getting ugly, right, Troy? I mean, that's basically basically it.
This would be a massive skip strike fly. I mean, you're skipping quite a few strikes on the upside, right?
Yes.
Well, and let's just simplify it a little bit. I mean, these numbers are funny to me. I understand why you guys do them. I like to just kind of default it as I go, just Bob Ross it, just simple colors. Okay, so this is year to date, and this is a one lot basically. The margin required. So far
that's not year to date. That's month to date, isn't it?
Oh, sorry, month to date. That's right. It's 4,000, roughly 4,000.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's 4,000 per spread. And think about it this way: what is your risk? Well, your risk is largely to the upside.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And so I thought it was interesting. I thought it was an interesting test, which I like. I like interesting tests. But when I wanted to show this because some people don't know this. You can combine tests and option omega and look at those together. It's called portfolio.
Yes.
And if you go to test portfolios, you can create a new portfolio based on, whatever you want on the trades. Well, I combined these and I ran it at a 10% allocation, I believe, on each one. And this is what I got. Rob said, there's no way I could stomach a 26% drawdown. Well, this is just a starting point of a 10% allocation. You might try less, you might try more. But what I wanted to show you is because it's interesting to think about these in terms of portfolio because these are different times.
Yeah.
Like you're kind of opening it throughout the day. And so that's the, portfolio compared to SPX during the same time period.
Yeah.
And, it does well. Now, it does well with a larger drawdown, so you want to play with allocations, but it does well.
And maybe Matt could narrow that up. If you want to cut the drawdown, you could narrow that upside a bit.
Yeah.
Right?
That's exactly right.
Being whatever, 40 wide or whatever it is.
Yeah.
And I have a feeling if you did that, you would be just fine. So, listen, I wanted to show this because some people might think, man, that gives me some ideas that I haven't thought about allocation. And I think now is as good a time as any to announce a very special guest coming on the program tomorrow.
Oh, okay. Drum.
Yeah. So there is a guy who has come out with something called tradeblocks.io. And what he does is basically you can plug in tests, option omega tests, and play around with all sorts of metrics that we don't show you. And so it's trade output, the outputs from the tests, the CSVs. And you plug those in. And he's going to come on tomorrow and talk through what it does and how maybe you can use it in your option omega testing, back testing. I thought that was interesting. I thought it'd be interesting coming on. So Trade Blocks, Romeo will be on tomorrow, and we're very excited to have him. We haven't done that before.
Yes,
and again, it's not something that we built, but we're really proud of the community that comes around and tries to build tools around what we have. And so we're thankful for it, and we love it. So we'll have him on tomorrow to maybe even look at some more tests. Maybe we'll even do some comparisons on these. Who knows what will happen.
Yeah. Can I ask you a quick question, Troy and Matt? When let's say you have 10 trades going, 15 trades going, or 20, how, maybe give a little feel, how do you use that portfolio? I mean, how much does that weigh in? Okay. It's like for me, when I tell people, okay, let's say you have 4 trades in SPX or 5, I always combine them together and look at the combined Greeks. You got to, and see, because that can tell you where you're lacking or how do you use that portfolio when you have 15 trades or 20? How important is that to you?
Very. I mean, and just a good question. In my journey where I'm at, I've been trading, these back tested trades now for over, closing in on 4 years, over 3 years, and have really evolved towards the spot I'm in now is I still want to make obviously great back tests, right? Very robust back tests. That's the goal. But now I'm paying more attention to how a new back test or a change to an existing back test fits into a portfolio. Because some of these back tests, I can tweak and make them better than the versions I run, but they actually do worse in a portfolio because maybe I'm too, when I say worse, the drawdowns get exacerbated because maybe I'm too long delta or I have too many stacked up on the same day or whatever. Yeah, so a lot. And I think the trade blocks approach is another approach of kind of looking at the correlation between different things. And, there's a lot of, you can take that output from an OO test and make them do backflips. I mean, there's a million ways you can Sharp, you can do Sortinos, like all these different ways to evaluate your back test versus an index or versus bonds or versus whatever. So yeah, it's interesting, but yeah, strategy portfolios. Troy, got anything?
Yeah.
No, I mean, I think that's right. The reason I wanted to build that because it started with the idea of what we said this before, like we got into back testing largely because of tail hedging. Like I wanted to see what asymmetric payoffs look like. And, but one of the things is you never really can understand what your payoff's going to be if you're not showing what your income strategy is as well. Because your income strategy is something different. And so you really need to combine those to look at the metrics to see how well did the hedge compared to what I'm actually trading. Because what is a hedge? It's a hedge against something that you're trading, usually.
That's right.
Now, in my case, sometimes it's a hedge against the future of America.
Or something that you're something that you're owning. Maybe you're long 401k that's in some other asset.
That's exactly right. And so, and obviously we can't plug into your 401k, but for those who are trading income strategies, who kind of have monthly, stuff that they put on to get income, it's a way of combining things to look at what would asymmetric trades combined with those normal income trades do through time, and is it actually hedging your portfolio? If you just sell puts all day, 0-day puts, is a 60-day long put going to actually hedge your portfolio? Well, you can test that and see what it looks like. And so those are the things we do. So anyway, I think it's been a wonderful day. We've talked about food.
Yes.
We've talked about hats.
The Civil War. Maybe drop a like if you want a Civil War fact of the day. American Civil War fact of the day.
For any of you younger people who you'll go to a Hardee's or a Burger King or McDonald's on a Saturday morning and you'll see older people sitting there talking about things and you think, man, these guys are nerds. They're the worst. It's coming, brothers.
It's coming. It's coming. Brothers.
It's coming.
It's coming.
It doesn't start. Listen, do you find yourself liking history a little bit more than yesterday?
Yeah.
I'll see you at Hardee's.
I'll see you.
Start talking about smoking meat on the weekends.
Talk about smoking meats, things like that. Yeah, it's happening. So anyway, on that note, very excited to have Romeo on Trade Blocks tomorrow. We'll look at some ways to do that. Hopefully it informs on your back testing as well a little bit. So very excited about it. Yeah. And we will see tomorrow. Markets in turmoil to the upside.
That's right.
What's VIX? How much is VIX down? This is what I'm.
Looks like it's dipping under possibly dipping under 16 at the opening.
Yeah,
man, I mean, like I did have some upside orb action yesterday, and I'm getting better, but I didn't look at it for like 4 hours, and I looked at it at the end of the day. I was like, oh, I guess it's still orbing, and so I figured at the end, this is why I don't do discretionarily well. At the end of the day, I'm like, oh, we just hit all-time high. For sure, we're going to be down 20 points tomorrow and give half of this back. Here it is. Oh, ES 67.80 up 20. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not ready yet. Yeah.
You You missed it, Matt. Yesterday I talked about how I did the exact same thing, but I won.
Okay.
So it's fun. It's fun when you win, and it's really, really sad when you lose.
And I'll just say this real quick. I mean, not to prolong anything, but when Troy talked about his trade in the E-mini, you know, we had people in the community that had RICS and ES that overnight would have killed it. They did, but they couldn't get out of it, you know, because Schwab doesn't really trade it. But the people, if you're E-mini, but another gentleman had, I guess you can trade SPX at Interactive Brokers, you're able to get out of it. And that has to be tough for someone in SPX looking at, what was it, 2 a.m, Troy? E-minis were down.
Yeah, 2 or 3 in the morning.
72 points. And you're looking at, I'd be up, you know, someone would be up 20, 30% or whatever the thing is, and you can't do anything. And then by the time it opens, you've given it all away. So it's you know, it's for that type of a trade, the futures options are the way to go, or SPX at Interactive Brokers. But I don't know exactly on the liquidity with the SPX with Interactive Brokers. But anyway, just thinking out loud from what Troy.
I love the emotionalism of just waking up at 3 and 4 in the morning and waking your wife up and saying, "I'm retiring."
Yeah.
And he's like, "Oh." Anyway, all right, you guys have a